Going on, everybody? What is going on? The Catch fam. I hope everyone is doing phenomenal tonight, man. I hope you guys have all had a great Thursday. I hope you guys are ready for Thursday night football for the NFL kickoff for the 2023 season, for the 2023 fantasy football season. We are finally here, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe it? I don't know if I can, but we've got about an hour and a half before we get into the first action of the season. So you know what we're getting into tonight. Fantasy Q&A, week one, anything you guys need, starts, sits, trades, roster reviews. Travis Kelce's not playing tonight. Let's all panic collectively. Who are we starting on the Chiefs? Who are we starting on the Lions? Who do you guys have on your fantasy teams in regards to this Thursday night matchup? We've got Steven in the house. What's going on, man?
What's up, baby? Yeah, it feels good, man. First stream of the year for me. I'm pumped for it. Ready for the fantasy season to really officially kick off tonight. We did our draft the other night, and that was a blast. All the drafts are finally finished, but yeah, man, I'm pumped, dude. I'm excited to win some championships and help the Catch win some championships.
Let's do it, man. So we got Kelce out officially. That's not really a shock to me. Like, we all expected this. I think we talked about it last night on the stream, at least, and I was like, yeah, Kelsey's probably not going to play. If he does, he's going to be a decoy. So
Yeah,
there's
no point. There's no point to play him.
Sure, it's way too early in the season to risk it, and they can win this game without him. No knock on the Lions, but you got Mahomes, you got Andy Reid as head coach. You can win any game, basically. So, we'll just kind of go through it throughout the night, get your guys' reactions, your guys' questions based on the Kelce situation. But please let us know if you have Kelce on your roster or if you own another Chiefs player, where are you guys at? And we're already getting questions, so let's just roll with it, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you guys for being here. Be sure to hit the like on the way in, and let's get right into it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So JSC, what's going on? Jane, hey, yo. I heard you're getting glory days tonight. Make sure you get a shark attack in my honor. Best drink ever. All right, JSC, Lions at Chiefs or Bills at Jets? Which games feels like we're more likely to get an upset? I think tonight, because I don't really know what the ups. I mean, I guess the Jets are not the favorite in that game, but I feel like all the hype around them makes them close to a favorite. I feel like tonight, Chris Jones is still in his contract dispute. He's not playing. And, we got Kelce out. This Lions team, a lot of hype around them. I would say tonight.
Yeah, I think that's probably the easy one to say, but I'll take the Jets on this. I think the Chiefs are going to win this one. It's in Kansas City. I think that's going to make a ton of difference. And that defense steps up when they need to.
Sure. I mean, I think the Chiefs are going to win as well, but I don't know. If between the two.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Sure. Both games are going to be fun.
Yeah.
Taylor says 28-24 Lions. Yeah, I think you make a good point, though. It's just tough to go into Arrowhead Stadium coming off a Super Bowl victory of all things.
They're going to be going crazy in there, dude. They're going to be going crazy in there.
For sure. Albert, good to see you, man. What's up? What's up?
What's up, Albert?
Boss, man, what's going on? Flex, Michael Pittman, Hollywood Brown, Dalvin Cook, or Javonte Williams?
I like Cook here, man. I think he's going to be good the first few games of the season. And I'm not scared of that Bills upfront defense with Von Miller out.
I do like Dalvin Cook as well.
Yeah.
In general. But I also like Michael Pittman. Call me crazy.
I did. I love it.
Because the Colts are going to be playing from behind.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to be one of those games where it's like, yeah, it's not going to be a great game situation for Anthony Richardson, but the Colts are going to need to put him in a position to say, like, yeah, like you need to put together some drives. Michael Pittman's the bona fide wide receiver one. It is a good Jags defense, but I think as the game goes on, the Jags are up. Pittman's going to get that volume. And so I think in full PPR, he's okay. Where, like Hollywood Brown, on the other hand, like that's a game where the Cardinals going to be playing from behind, but I don't like the scenario at all. Javonte is kind of sneaky, Apparently, he's not going to be on the pitch count. The Raiders' defense is trash, so he's kind of sneaky. But I would go Pittman personally if it's full PPR. But I do agree with Steven. I like Dalvin Cook these first couple of weeks until Hall is 100%. And even then, Cook's going to still get his touches, right? Watson or Richardson this week. I go Watson. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think it kind of feeds into the storyline, the narrative that you were putting out there right there about if they're playing from behind. I kind of like Richardson here. I'm a little bit biased because I obviously love AR, but I also hate Watson. But that Bengals defense, I think, is pretty good too. And Watson was just god awful last year. I see nothing from him. I think that the Browns are going to be a heavy run game against these guys in week one.
Yeah, I think the game script will be more competitive between the Browns and Bengals personally. And
Yeah.
I think Watson will be better this year compared to last year.
I hope, because the Browns are awesome to watch. I do like them.
Boston's also got Jerick McKinnon. I like Pittman and Cook more. Steven likes McKinnon tonight.
I just placed a little underdog juicy on there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I like him. I like him a lot. I think he's gonna be huge with Kelsey out. I know you might not be totally sold, but
Yeah, if we have time, we will pull up the underdog lines and see what we have for the night. But they've been changing in the past 24 hours pretty frequently with the Kelsey situation. Juked, what's good, man? Good to see you. Gibbs, Connor, or Dobbins? I go Gibbs and Dobbins for sure. Easy.
yeah, those dudes are gonna dominate. I think Dobbins could kill it week one.
Dobbins, Houston's run defense, garbage. Maybe they improved a little bit through the draft. New head coach, defensive minded coach. Dobbins, week one, should kill it. And, Connor, I still like this season, but week
Terrible
one,
matchup.
yeah, against Washington, nobody is at quarterback. Like we might see two different quarterbacks in this game. I'm not there. Caleb, what's good, my guy? Pacheco or Brees Hall? Ooh, I'd probably go Pacheco. I like Pacheco a lot tonight.
Yeah, are you worried at all that he was kind of sheltered all preseason and training camp? He didn't get a whole lot of contact work throughout the offseason?
No.
Not worried about it at all. Yeah, he runs hard, so we'll see. But yeah, Pacheco could blow up this Detroit defense. I agree with you.
He's good to go. He's not on the injury report. He'll be okay. I like him tonight. I don't think it's a crazy high ceiling, but especially with Kelsey out, I think that helps by any logic, any Chiefs player that anyone likes today is like Kelsey's out, so I like him more.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Hall is going to be kind of like he has that breakaway ability, but I think he's going to be slowly kind of worked back in, like we were just talking about with Cook. So personally, I go Pacheco, but I don't see a crazy high ceiling. If you were to play Hall, once again, I don't see a very high ceiling. So, I think the better matchup is with Pacheco. I think it's better game script as well. I think that Jets-Bills game, the defenses could really start to bend, but I think ultimately, that's still a pretty lower scoring game, like a 23-20, 21-24 type game. Albert, Madison or Monty? I like Monty here.
I like Monty a lot. Yeah, I think he's in a cook.
I like Monty tonight as well. I think it's going to be a good game for him. I think he's going to be utilized more than Gibbs. Call me crazy. I still like Gibbs, but I think we're going to see a lot of Monty tonight.
You've been a Monty supporter for years, bro.
I have been.
You're never going to be off this guy, dude. He'll be flipping burgers and you'll be like, he's going to run for 1,000.
Well, to be fair, the other guy I've always liked for the past couple of years is Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
So Monty and Jacobs were always my guy. I was like, they're good running backs.
Yeah.
Madison, a tough matchup against the Bucks if we're going off last year. And they're going to throw the ball more than anything. They're the Vikings. I don't dislike Madison necessarily, but I go Monty. You think Gibbs gets 4 receptions today? I don't want to bet on a rookie that we've never seen play that we're all assuming is going to be utilized in this exact way. And throughout the season, he is going to be the pass catching back. But for me, I'm not going to make a bet without seeing concrete evidence first, if that makes sense.
I think that's smart. I had a lot of excitement about Gibbs coming into week one, and now I'm starting to kind of peel back a little bit just because I really want to see how this Detroit offense goes. I know we briefly talked about how there is some potential concerns about this team, in general, but also we just don't know the actual split between Monty and him. Exactly. I think Monty's a very capable pass catching back and blocker too. So it'll be interesting to see how he's actually used.
Yeah, and I don't think it's if you feel good about the bet, then place it.
Yeah.
I just personally, I wouldn't have made the bet. Is it possible? Yeah, sure. But the real question is, does he need 4 receptions or does he need 5? Did you place it at,
I thought it was at 4.5. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. But for me, I need to see see it in action before I even think about it. Like the only rookie I think I would bet on this week is like Bijan to score a touchdown. Like that's the only thing I'd feel anywhat confident in. And even then, I still wouldn't feel great about it because he's a rookie.
AR to throw a pick, I would bet that.
Monty or James Cook? What's up, Jimbo? Would you line up Tony Shaheed or Pickens? I go Monty over Cook. I do like Cook this year, but I like Monty more in this matchup in game script. I will go Pickens out of these three guys.
Yeah. The one thing to remember about that 49ers defense is last year they were super exploitable in the secondary. So the receivers had a lot of work last year. And I'm very high on the Steelers this year, too.
Yeah. Been talking about that all week long. Deontay Johnson, George Pickens, full PPR, good starts this week.
Had to have to, baby.
Yep.
Not actually, but it's a rough matchup for him.
Niners were pretty good against the tight end, but I do own Pat F in like 5 leagues, so I'm with you, bro. Let's go. We got to harness the energy. How do you feel about Pacheco? Yeah, we both like Pacheco tonight for sure. Pick 2 out of the 3 to start in full PPR: DJ Moore, McKinnon, or Mike Williams. For me, I'm going with the wide receivers. I'm going DJ Moore and Mike Williams. The volume is going to be better for them. So
I like the Mike Williams matchup too against Miami. That should be a fun game. Probably high scoring.
That's going to be one of those games that, like, that's a game you want to play some bets on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's gonna be
a good player prop. Situations. Do you think Mark Andrews will play this week? Probably. Wasn't he like all dinged up last off season too? And we were wondering, then he was fine.
Yeah, it's just weird though. Do you think they take the approach like Kelsey? Honestly, he might play, but you're not going to get Mark Andrews out of him week 1. I don't think.
He did at least practice today.
Yeah,
and yesterday. So,
but you're not benching him if he's starting. So
no, but I think you make a good point. Like they are playing the Texans. They have Isaiah Likely. Like, do they really need?
They're projected to win by like I think 12 or so points. Like they're gonna not be worried about him.
Yeah, so we'll see. Noah Gray or Cole Kmet. I go Cole Kmet. That's my guy.
I probably agree.
Noah Gray could be sneaky tonight, but if you have like a guy that you can trust, and Cole Kmet still the tight end 7 last year, I just go Cole Kmet personally. Swift, Hall, or Pacheco. I like Swift in full PPR this week. I know the matchup, but I like him because of the matchup, because they're not going to be able to run the ball as effectively, right? But they're going to be in a position where I think Bill Belichick's going to force them to throw the ball, and that's when we're going to see Swift on the field the most. But Pacheco is a much safer start. I just think Swift is kind of like an upside play necessarily.
Yeah, that Eagles running back core just scares the bejeebus out of me, man. I want to wait a week on that one. So I'd probably go Pacheco.
Pacheco's a safe call.
Mm-hmm.
Jute says 31-27 Lions. Ooh.
I want to see 2 30-point scores here. Let's get that old Rosen, or not Rosen, golf Mahomes matchup from the old.
Where did Josh Rosen come from?
Dude, Josh Rosen's always on my mind.
Fair. What's going on, Loza? Sit, start. 2 of Ayuk, Watson, Sutton, Watson, London. Full PPR. Love the content. Appreciate that. And I appreciate the fantasy question. These are all good options. You can't really go wrong here. I like all these guys this week. It's my lineup. I probably have Ayuk. I think he's going to have a good game against the Steelers. Full PPR at least. And I still throw Christian Watson out there. Unless we get a really bad injury report, then you can go London or Sutton. But
call me crazy, bro, because I was not on this guy all preseason, but I actually like Drake London. I had a late surge on Drake London, and I love the matchup against Carolina. And that Watson I think it's a hammy, right? I think both of them have hamstring injuries, him and Dobbs. Those things always worry the hell out of me, so I'd probably go Ayuk in London.
That's fair. I can't really dispute. I like all these guys. Big thing with Sutton is like, is Judy going to play or not? If Judy's out, Sutton against the Raiders, I get it. The offense was bad last year, but man, that Raiders team was just as bad. So, these are all good options. Steven says Ayuk London. I say Ayuk Watson, but I'm very high on Watson. So, and I really like Drake London, so I don't have any issue with that. Start 2, Cooks, Javonte, Hall, B-Rob, full PPR. Yeah, I like Brian Robinson.
I was just about to say, man, I almost jumped and said something, man. This is a good opportunity for him.
Yeah, so I say you throw him out there in the flex. He should get you a very safe floor, decent ceiling. I might be going Javante as my
Yeah,
second guy there.
that's mine too. Even though the PPR is there, I don't think Cook's as good of a upside or floor compared to the two.
I'm not on Cooks,
No, no.
and I'm not. You just have that feeling like there's
Yeah,
no reason to really dislike him. Like he's been productive. Like he's like the closest thing to Mike Evans that we have in the league in terms of productivity, but I just don't really like him.
I
But
don't think he's going to be a guy like week over week you can really count on though.
sure,
He's going to have like his big weeks, and I don't know. That Giants defense is not something to play around with either. I think
yeah.
that's going to be a smash mouth divisional matchup, and I'm not willing to throw a dart on a third string receiver for that Cowboys offense.
Yeah, I usually don't like to flex two running backs, but I might be doing it there. Jimbo, Sky Moore, DJ Moore in London. Yeah. See, like I like Sky Moore going into this year, and I think he's okay tonight if you need to play him or like you didn't have a great flex option and now you have Sky Moore without Travis Kelsey. I think all of that's just fine. But for me, like if you already have guys who are like early round draft capital players who you're expected to have good years like Drake London and DJ Moore, I say you play them over Sky Moore. So
It's a lot of equity in one game with those two guys there. Oh wait, actually no, I was thinking of DJ Moore of old, but no, yeah, you got to play DJ Moore in London for sure. Both those guys, especially DJ Moore, dude. You convinced me over this offseason. He's gonna be legit this season.
that's my guy. Millie Mills just subbed y'all. Keep it up. Hey, we appreciate that. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Catch fam. Good luck this year. Aiden, would you start MVS or Herbert? Ooh, I still like Herbert this week a lot. I go Herbert.
Mm-hmm.
Rashad White, Monty, or Johnson. Ooh, I like all these guys.
Yeah,
Full
those are all nice.
PPR. I really like Rashad White this week in full PPR. This Vikings matchup is perfect for his skill set. I do think this is a game where the Bucks are probably going to be playing from behind. Might not like it crazy. I don't know. I think they're going to keep it relatively competitive, but this Vikings defense just bad. I like Rashad White a lot, but Deontay Johnson, very safe floor. David Montgomery, very safe floor. Can't really go wrong here.
I'd probably go White as well.
Yeah, I'm a fan of White this week. Akers or Najee? I like Akers.
Yeah, not taking anybody against that 49ers front defense. They were crazy good last year against running backs. I'll take Akers too.
The volume will be there for Najee, and like if he stumbles into the end zone, which he can do, then you probably get a good stat line. But it's like Akers going up against the Seahawks. They were not good against the run last year. I don't really see a crazy high ceiling for either of these guys because the Rams are going to be playing from behind and needing to throw, but I still go Akers. Calvin Ridley or DJ Moore, which one do you prefer this week?
Ridley, baby. Let's get it done.
For sure, I go Ridley as well. Just that Colts secondary. Sorry, Steven's going to get absolutely fried this week. And I like DJ Moore a lot, but I go Ridley, no doubt. Scary Terry was full go practice this week. Flex spot just became difficult. Terry, JSN, Jordan Addison, and Swift. It is difficult because this is not a game where Scary Terry is going to be needed a ton, but he could be used early.
I think I'd go Scary Terry here. The JSN is kind of question marks, and Jordan Addison, you kind of want to see what's up first.
I like Swift fine, but I probably still go Scary Terry because, like, he scores a touchdown in the first 2 quarters, gets a couple catches. Like, that's pretty easy. Big thing is there a little bit of risk starting him with the turf toe? Can always pop up, whatever. But I agree. I go Scary Terry here. I don't want to start Addison or JSN week 1. Olrak, what's going on, man? Full PPR, one wide receiver, 1 running back, 1 flex. Jones, Walker, Allen, Ridley, Sky Moore. Easy for me, actually, but I want to know Steven's answer here.
Well, I'm kind of all in on Calvin Ridley. So I'll go Calvin Ridley at wide receiver. At running back, I'll go Kenneth Walker. And then at flex, it's Keenan Allen for me. Yep. I think he's going to dominate this season too, especially in this matchup against Miami.
I agree. Yeah. Ridley, smash Smash play. Don't think about it. Kenneth Walker, Rams defense awful against the run last year. They're not going to be any better this year. And this matchup between the Chargers and Dolphins, guys, if you have like big name players in that game, you need to start them. They're going to have this going to be a good matchup overall for fantasy. So I agree. Steven passed the test. Pick 2 to start this week: Sanders, Mostert, Hall, Akers, Dobbins. Dobbins for sure.
Mostert, bro, you just said it, dude. Dude, give him his glory right here.
I do like Mostert, but I really think the RB2 here, you kind of just like you trust your gut, man. Because I could see any of these guys outscoring each other, maybe outside of Hall, but even then, you never know. I mean, he's a very talented guy, so it's like I kind of like Miles Sanders, but the groin injury's been worrying me lately. Apparently he's good to go, and then he got like Thielen banged up, and whoever else, who do they have? DJ Chark is banged up too. So
I'd probably take Miles Sanders in all honesty, but Mostert has some good upside. But
sure,
like Akers, there's probably a higher chance that he doesn't get that red zone opportunity as opposed to like Miles Sanders and J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins is a clear one, though.
Dobbins smash play. I probably agree with Sanders. I think the volume should still be there.
Yeah, I think he's going to get the work.
McKinnon or Gibbs today? I still go Gibbs.
Yeah, gotta go Gibbs.
I'll go Gibbs. Andrea, hello. Good to see you. C-Crip, need a flex full PPR, Javonte, Kirk, Herbert, D-Hop, MT, Kenneth Walker. I like Christian Kirk, personally. But
Definitely thought you were going to say Michael Thomas, man.
Come on. I like Kirk if it's full PPR. Any other format, Kenneth Walker, and still Kenneth Walker is a good flex. For me, it's between Kirk and Walker. Other good names here, don't get me wrong, some good matchups, but
I would take Kenneth Walker here, dude.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I would probably like marry Christian Kirk.
Yeah, dude, you have like an obsession.
Like my favorite player this year. So Godfather, good to see you, my guy. Hello. Hope you're doing great. Brandon, what's good, my guy? What's up, man? That's right.
I like that, dude. That like stuck out to me. Yeah. That was awesome.
Monty Gibson or Sky Moore. Quite frankly, I really like Antonio Gibson this week. Yeah. But I think Monty and Sky Moore are fine. Good options that you have here. I'd throw Gibby in there though.
Yeah.
Need to flex Connor, White, Sky Moore. I go White and Sky Moore.
For sure. Yeah.
Like this is the type of situation where you play Sky Moore. You don't want to be starting him over like Christian Watson or DJ Moore or Christian Kirk, but a situation like this where he's going into your flex, I think that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy, what's good, my guy? Steve, I faced you this week in Dynasty, projected to whoop me. Also pick one. Pickett, Pacheco, or McKinnon. I like Pickett out of these options, full PPR.
Yeah, I would say so. And I'm going to hopefully dominate you since I literally sold my soul for this season.
Hopkins or Dotson? Dotson for sure for me. Yeah, not even close.
Yeah, Dotson should burn, man, especially early in the season. I think he's going to cook.
Steven is he's lying. He doesn't like Dotson.
No, I really though I think Marshawn Lattimore could lock up DeAndre Hopkins pretty easily.
Yeah, so, I don't love that matchup for Hopkins.
Yeah.
DeLucci. Why do I not know who that is?
DeLucci, like I only think of that old Cowboys. DeLucci? Yeah, that's the only guy I'm thinking of.
Dude, we're behind the times.
DeLucci.
I even typed it in and
it's like some like weird like some foreign star or something. I don't know. Man.
I can't even find a player on Sleeper. Let me know.
I'm going Chig though, dude. I'm going Chig.
You do like Chig?
I mean, I like Chig compared to somebody I don't know.
Sure, that's fair.
Yeah.
Tequila Wolf says, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to these sexy boys. Let's go. You gotta love week one.
Sexy man.
Wait, is it Kansas City running back?
DeLucci.
Dude, we're so bad at this. We just lost like 7 subscribers.
Dude, if DeLucci goes off tonight, I'm gonna like.
Oh, Tommy bottom the chat. Denver's tight end. My bad, I can't spell.
I was like, that's who I thought for some reason, dude.
Dulcich. I mean, Dulcich's usage has been really scary lately. I
Yeah.
probably go Chig, but Dulcich could be sneaky against the Raiders. Like any Broncos player this week is sneaky, but there's also like the disappointment potentially as well.
And I still think Chig is arguably one of the top three talented like skill guys that they've got. That outside of they got
Well, for
Hopkins,
sure.
Burks is kind of a question mark, and you got Chig. I
Yeah,
think
if you're not including him.
they're gonna use him. Yeah, I'm not talking about Derrick Henry, but like
Yeah.
they're gonna use him.
I probably go Chig. B831, what's going on? Mike Evans or Mostart? Ooh, Steven says Mostart no matter what here.
I do like Mike Evans this year, though. I think he got
This matchup
seriously.
is what I like.
It's juicy. It's juicy, but yeah, actually, I don't know. Full PPR too. Yeah. You can go Mike Evans.
I'd probably go Evans in full PPR.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Pick 2, MT, Evans, Herbert, Evans and Herbert.
Yeah.
I'm not an MT guy, so I will not be recommending him much. But, if he is healthy, he could have a decent week 1. Tennessee was not very good against the pass last year. Kyle, what's up? What's up? Good to see you, my guy. Welcome back. Happy week 1. Brian Robinson or Pacheco? I go B-Rob. But I like both.
Yeah, B-Rob should have a good game.
Yeah. Sam Laporta's coming. Coach Prime accent. I like Pacheco, but wait for them boys answer. Oh, thank you. We got that. Craig, what's up, man? Asked yesterday, but how will Amari Cooper do this week? Should I consider starting Christian Kirk over him? I don't mind either of these plays, but I think Cooper is going to have a good game, and I do think he's the number one option. Like, I don't think he's going to take like a massive hit with Elijah Moore on this team or them drafting Cedric Tillman. Cooper's a bona fide wide receiver 1, and I'd really like Christian Kirk. We know this, but I'd probably still go Amari Cooper here. So
yeah, I think Cooper's too good to not play him, especially in the beginning of the season. I mean, let's just hope Watson really can kind of get better, so that Cooper can be as good as he was last year.
Yeah, I'll go Coop here, but it pains me.
Yeah.
Gears Gunner, happy PPR pick 1. Connor Gibbs Rashad. I mean, this is a tough question. Steven likes Rashad. I probably like Rashad White as well.
Who's got the higher chance of falling in the end zone? I think it's probably Rashad.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. I'd probably go Rashad White as well. Connor, unfortunately, not going to be in the mix for us this week, but I'll agree. Great matchup. So that was a good moment, Tommy. Who's winning the Super Bowl this year?
We'll be talking about this all year. I always love our playoff streams whenever we're breaking that down. But I mean, it's hard not to go with the guys that were in it this year. But I do think it's going to be not Kansas City or Philly.
Who's your dark horse?
Jets, probably.
I like the Jags.
I think that's a really good unit. You're right. That's it, and they've got a really easy division to beat up on teams.
I think they just had the right makeup, and I think they have a slept-on defense. They
do. The defense is so underrated, man. They were dominant last year at times.
They have to have things go right for them. But yeah, and then the NFC is like
Seattle could be a sneaky one.
I like Seattle too. That's my sneaky team. Yeah,
like that team is so well coached. That defense, bro. I mean, I talked about it a little bit in my week 1 video, but that defense is looking very Legion of Boom-esque when everybody's back and healthy. I mean, they have some really explosive young guys.
And I mean, all they did was improve. I mean, they had arguably the best corner in the draft.
Yeah, exactly. And they already had one of the best corners in the league. Runner up for defensive rookie of the year, right? So I mean, yeah, they're pretty strapped up there.
I mean, imagine if Sauce Gardner didn't play last year,
there
would be no question.
Yeah.
Traded Hurts and Smith for Burrow and Tyreek. Roast me. I mean, I don't hate this trade. When you look at trades like this, like it involves 2 top 5 quarterbacks and a top 10 wide receiver and a top 5 wide receiver. It's like, you probably maybe from a fantasy perspective downgraded a little bit at quarterback potentially, and you probably
upgraded it. You definitely upgraded a receiver.
Yeah,
you got like the best receiver in the league.
So if you feel good about it, I mean, I don't think it's gonna like ruin your season or anything. So
I mean, if it's not dynasty, I feel like that arguably is an upgrade, to be honest.
I mean, the
Yeah.
Eagles are going to have some sort of regression this year
Yeah.
compared to last year. So. Starting D Hop and Evans right now. Should I change anything in full PPR? McKinnon, Swift, Jackson. Uh,
That whole Colts backfield it's kind of sketchy. I don't know about that one going into week one.
you could, but I think I'd probably, if I want to switch out anyone, it's D Hop. But I just think there's going to be, Thursday night. I don't know. There's just always a little bit disappointment with. We have to be careful. Like Thursday night is weird. Week one, it's weird. I do expect points tonight, but I just don't know exactly what you should expect on McKinnon. And I think D Hop and Evans are pretty safe play, so I might leave them in.
They are going to force feed D Hop in Tennessee. That's the one thing. I think he's going to be targeted early and often, so he'll get his shots. And I think that's what you got to bet on week one.
Lex, plant some trees. What's up? Hello. Thank you for being here tonight. Sorry, I feel like I just kind of cut you off, Steven. That was messed up. Caleb, Drake London, Jordan Addison, Gabe Davis, or Elijah Moore. Drake London, for sure.
Yeah, I think he's an easy play here. I can't wait to see what Jordan Addison does, but week one, I'm a little nervous against that Buccaneers defense. I mean, I think he's still going to play good, but Drake London for sure here.
Yeah. Everett, Musgrave, or Gray. I go Everett. Everett's like my favorite, I don't know, streaming tight end of the week for me because I think that matchup, you add Kellen Moore as an offensive coordinator. What did he do in Dallas?
Yeah, he hit the tight end.
Utilize the tight end a lot. This matchup at week one, if the Chargers Dolphins game does not hit the over, then I'm an idiot. But I just think this game's going to have a lot of points. So
I think Musgrave could end up doing really well, but there's just too many question marks. But if Watson and Dobbs are out, I think there is a chance Musgrave could have a really good week one.
They're both going to play, is my prediction. So
yeah,
but your logic makes sense. Musgrave, Laporta, or Noah Gray.
That's so yeah. I mean, like in this situation, what would you do? I mean, like, are you ready to full send on Laporta right now? I think I have some hesitations about that. Noah Gray, dude, it could be anybody at the tight end position that ends up shining here.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like we've already discussed, to start a rookie in week one, let alone a rookie tight end in week one, is going to take a lot. But I might go Noah Gray.
Yeah.
But even then, that's a weird situation too. So
you could have some juice in tonight's game if you go Noah Gray, and you can look at it that way because all three of these tight ends probably have just as equal a shot.
Yeah, this is really like rolling a 3-sided die. So whoever you feel the best about, I think there's pretty good game script for Laporta and for Musgrave, but I just think rolling week one with a rookie tight end is going to bring some risk for sure. Go Hawks, Super Bowl champs. How do you feel about Breece Hall rest of the season, full PPR? Have him in Dynasty, have Javonte. If you have him in Dynasty, that's fine. That's fine.
But rest of the season, what do you think? Because for me, I think it's going to be kind of tiered. Like in the second half of the season, I think that's where he's going to really do well. But I think the first half, especially the first quarter of the season, you're going to be kind of annoyed with him.
Once he gets going, he's going to be going. But Cook is going to be involved this season. Like
Cook's a good back, bro. Like he's a good back.
He played well last year. And this Jets team, they want to run the football. Like they want to play defense, run the football, and let Aaron Rodgers do what he needs to do.
I swear, if Michael Carter gets touches this season, I'm gonna be pissed. Like if he just gets like these unnecessary goal line touches and takes away from Cook and Hall, I'll be so mad.
I mean, you got Izzy on that team too.
Yeah, it's just a loaded backfield. It's a loaded backfield.
Yeah, they did it on purpose because they want to run the clock down. Yeah. It's kind of like maybe not as extreme, but Peyton Manning's last season in Denver, it was like they want to play defense, utilize the run game, and then let Peyton control the game and throw when they need to. But they don't want Rodgers to have all the pressure on him. You look at the build of this team. So
he's so good at reducing turnovers. That to supplement that outstanding defense, I just think they have such a good chance to make a deep run.
They do. We'll see what happens. How do you feel about Amon-Ra? Amon-Ra, you fire him up every week.
He's going to cook this week, dude.
I don't care if he's questionable. I don't care if he's injured and he's playing. If he's playing, he's in your lineup. I don't care.
Yeah.
He's going to have a good week, man. How I feel about Higgy. I really like the kid. I drafted him the third, but been hearing he's not really top wide receiver. He's a great wide receiver too, but his volume, his upside is limited by Jamar Chase.
I love him. I think he's
But yeah,
awesome. Yeah.
Higgins are great. It's just he plays next to Jamar Chase.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look at his numbers, he has very solid numbers for playing next to a wide receiver like Jamar Chase.
It's very rare you're ever gonna have a week, depending on how many teams are in your league, where you're thinking about benching T Higgins. Though I mean, just being on that offense and being the playmaker that he is, he's a kind of a must start often.
I agree. Is Pacheco a start running back for Kansas City? Yes, we don't have better options for sure.
Yeah.
Don't have a backup tight end. Should I drop Swift for Kincaid or Johnson? No. Unless, are you in, is Kelsey your starting tight end? You don't have a tight end at all? But I don't know. That'd be, the only situation, Zach Charb, Sutton, or B-Rob, start 2. B-Rob and Sutton week 1. Yeah. You don't want to start Charbs. I mean, technically, not that it matters, but Charbs is listed as the RB3 on the depth chart.
Yeah, dude, that's a little concerning.
And it only means so much,
Well, for week 1, I think it means something.
Yeah, but regardless, Sutton or B-Rob, I like.
Yeah.
Laporta or Freiermuth? I go Freiermuth here, personally.
Yeah, you just gotta close your eyes and go into it. It's scary having Fred Warner roam around covering his zone, but yeah, you gotta go with the guy there.
Yeah. Mateo, should I sit Christian Watson, start Drake London, and flex McKinnon or flex Javonte? I think Watson's going to play. I think one thing that happens this time of year, going into week 1, you're going to have some veterans starting. And I mean, I know that he's only in the second year, but some established guys. The Packers know exactly what they're going to do with Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson this week. They don't need to practice anymore. They're a little bit dinged up. They're going to let them get treatment. They're going to let them take a day or 2 off. And by default, they had to be listed on the injury report. And I'm just not worried personally about Watson or Romeo Doubs.
Well, I also think when you look at this situation, unless I'm reading it incorrectly, if you've got the chance to just wait and not have to flex McKinnon, I mean, you could even sub out to Javonte Williams,
Good point.
If Watson does go out. So, I mean, I would not pick McKinnon over Watson or Javonte Williams.
Yeah, I would try to start Watson in London. And like Steven said, if you get in a bad situation, Javonte has the Raiders. So, good point. Trying to see why Charts projected 11 points. I don't know. Sleepers projections a little bit wonky lately. And don't go by projections, guys. They don't mean anything. Hunter, pick 2, Higgins, Gibbs, Cooper. I personally, full PPR, I go Higgins and Cooper.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah. Millie says Detroit didn't really use Hawkinson like that. Laporta about to be used the same way. Could be.
Dude, there's the other tight end on Detroit. Who is the guy that I'm forgetting his name. He's probably listed as the second string tight end. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up kind of getting a decent amount of looks this season, or at least in week 1, too. I remember he scored a couple times last year. It was at least used. Brock.
Right.
Yeah, Brock Wright. He's not anything to write home about, but he played well for Detroit last year.
4 touchdowns. No, last year, which was his sophomore year. So.
Yeah, I mean, low capital investment tight end. So, I mean, he's not going to have a fantastic career, but
everyone drop Sam Laporta, pick up Brock Wright.
You might end up wanting to have done that week 1.
Little bunny hop. What's up, man? Been a while. Good to have you in the house.
Boom, boom, boom. Bunny, bunny.
Flowers or Purine?
Flowers.
Yeah, Flowers, man.
OBJ is probably out now.
Yeah, he's got an ankle injury. I go Flowers for sure.
Dude, that was so whack that they lied to us the whole time, saying, "Oh yeah, OBJ is just resting because he's been working so hard, and then he's got an ankle injury." That's such bullcrap, dude.
Yeah, Flowers is my guy. I go Flowers for sure. Good matchup. Yeah, the Texans okay against wide receivers last year. They're actually 7th in fantasy against wide receivers, but go Flowers. He'll be fine.
Yeah, that corner, what's his name? Devin Singletary. That guy's he's not Devin Singletary, but it's something like Derek Stingley. That guy's a dog, dude.
Devin Singletary playing corner.
He plays corner, and he's Travis Hunter for the Texans, dude.
How do you feel about Goddard and Hawkinson? Full PPR. I got both in a tight end premium league. You should feel pretty good.
Yeah.
You should feel pretty good. Mr. Matt J. Kim, what's going on? Good to see you. What's up? What's up? Drafted Gino and about to trade for Tua. I also have Tarek and Waddle. What do you guys think?
Wow. Dude, that's an awful send. That's just going hardcore in Miami, and I like it. That's fun. You're gonna have some weeks where you just absolutely destroy people.
I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, this week one's gonna be fun. I'll tell you that.
Caleb, you can start both if you want. Goddard, not a great matchup, but you can start them. Craig, less than an hour away. Let's go. Let's go. Also flexing Monty over DK. I mean, I like Monty tonight, but full PPR, I probably go DK.
I'm going DK because even though JSN's playing, I think that week one DK Lockett still cook. Are you with me on that, John? You think both those guys are gonna be
You
the
name
dudes?
who's the starting corner for the Rams?
No. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Is it Greg Stroman, dude?
I don't know. I don't know, but it's
Local Virginia legend? No, yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. So I DK, don't under it. I mean, like, yeah, is the ceiling super high? Maybe not, but you know what you
Could
get out
be.
of DK. If it's full PPR, DK, half PPR, maybe Monty, standard Monty, but I go DK personally, and I think Monty's gonna have a good game, but I still go DK. I will not be streaming after the game tonight. No, I will be on my couch recovering from eating wings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree. DK here. John Rogers, what's up? Traylon Burks a better flex option than Herbert this week.
No.
Also, kind of thinking about MVS with Kelsey out tonight. I like Herbert.
I like Herbert so much more than Burks, dude. Yeah, I'm not like actively streaming against that Saints defense.
Yeah, I agree, and I think Burks will be in a much better position than last year with Hopkins taking away that defensive pressure. I think that's going to let Burks shine at times this year. But I agree. I don't really like that matchup as a whole for like anyone other than like you have to start Henry, even though it doesn't really favor him. But you have to start Olave. I think he's gonna have a good game. You know, Jawan Johnson's the best tight end in the league. He's gonna do very well. But
I think it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to probably when I say interesting, it's probably going to be very boring. That game is probably not going to be one that I'm actively watching on Red Zone.
I go Herbert. I like Herbert this week. I think he's sneaky good. Mr. Matt J. Camp says it is half PPR. You can go Monty if you want, but DK is still okay right there.
I think he's going to score a touchdown.
Yeah, whoever you feel better about. But I think, I can see DK. I can see DK and Monty scoring. So whoever you feel better about are fine. Need another QB in a 2 QB league. I only have one who's trying to target Sam Howell, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love.
Bro. Jordan Love. Yeah.
Pickett. Like, are those guys available? It just depends.
The only thing that sketches me about Kenny Pickett is he's probably got a harder schedule, but
it depends on who's available, Caleb.
Yeah. Oh, Dynasty. Did he say it was Dynasty or was that somebody else?
Yeah, it's Caleb. But regardless, it just depends on who's available. How's my team? 8 fourth pick, Eckler, Henry, Mahomes, Waddle, Olave, Cooper, DJ Moore, Connor, Pacheco, Kirk, Ingram, Addison, Swift, Flowers. I mean, it's hard to look at an 8 and be like, your team sucks, bro.
You're trash, yeah.
But I will say, having Mahomes in an 8 league gives you a big positional advantage. I think you have good running backs, good wide receiver depth. You're in a good spot, man. Good tight end too. But Mahomes in an 8 league makes a big difference for me personally.
And then you've just got the like superstar unlock of Eckler and Henry that those guys can just, if they go off in the same week, you're just not losing.
For sure. So I would feel pretty good, man. Don't sweat it too much. All right, let's go ahead very quickly here. If I can figure out how to do things. Let's pull up tonight's pick'ems. See what we got. All right. So for tonight on Underdog, there's Goff. I don't really like quarterback lines personally.
Well, other than the Underdog one for Patrick Mahomes.
Well, yeah, of course we got Patty Mahomes have 1 yard. Like, guys, if you are new to Underdog, go take advantage of this while you can. And even if you're not new, go take advantage of it while you can as well. But free pick tonight, Patrick Mahomes, 1 total yard. So that is a easy pick. But Goff, if I had to take a Goff line, I mean, I might take the passing touchdowns because I think he can definitely throw one, and then like they're going to be playing from behind or keeping this competitive. So I don't think it's crazy to say Goff will throw 2 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, I do think the emphasis is going to be on the run game, but yeah, it's not crazy at all, and it's probably more than likely that he's going to hit that number.
Yeah, for me, sorry, I got my other. Okay, for me, if I was going with a Goff line, it'd be the 1.5 for sure. I
The
don't
Gibbs
really,
line scare me, dude.
I don't want to take a Gibbs line. Like I said earlier, I don't want to.
The
Yeah,
receiving yards would probably be the one I would hit though, because he is just so electric. If he catches the ball, he's probably he has a chance of going 10 yards a catch. Like he's just so dang electric.
Monty to
Montgomery,
score a touchdown, I like a lot.
yeah, and I mean you can even hit the fantasy line too on that. I mean, which one would you rather target there, John? It's 10.1 now. I mean,
I mean, I think if he scores a rushing touchdown, he probably hits the line as well. So I don't really mind either one, but the touchdown's just easier in my opinion.
okay.
But you could argue, like, even if he doesn't have to score a touchdown to hit the fantasy line, so that's fine too. But
Because I do
I,
think he hits the 70 yards total yards probably.
yeah, I could see that. I just like I'm going for like what's the lower number, like
Yeah,
70 yards, 71 yards. It's going to take a while to get there. Like I just want to like, okay, he scored a touchdown, we're good. You know what I
it's
mean?
over. Yeah, it's a good chance that's happening.
Mr. Matt J. Kim, I don't like holding on to 2 QBs, but no one drafted Rodgers in my league. Should I swoop him up? Depends on who your QB1 is. If it's not necessary, then don't do it.
If there's a chance you get an MVP quarterback, though, but he's got a brutal
Yeah.
schedule.
Depends on your bench to depth. Ace, what's going on, man? Pierce or Lockett? I go Lockett in the flex. Godfather, what do the lines look like tonight? Last I checked, it was -4.5, +4.5 on the Lions side.
I
But
would take the under in this game. You think I'm crazy
really,
for that?
no, I mean, do whatever
I
you want,
just,
bro.
I don't know. I mean, I do think there's a good chance it hits over, but maybe I'm just being a contrarian. I think that there's a decent chance that Detroit doesn't come out and like balls out
Oh,
against that defense.
lines have changed. So it's Detroit +3.5,
It's 3.5 now.
Chiefs -3.5. Money line for Lions is +166. Money line for the Chiefs is -198. The over is 53.5. The under is 53.5. So I think this, I mean, Vegas usually knows something, but we'll see what happens. I still got the Chiefs to win by a touchdown.
Yeah, I think you're probably good on that.
We will not be streaming during the game. We will be eating bad food and watching the game.
Best thing about life, man.
I mean, if I was going to take an Amon Ra line, I'd take the receptions, but they're all little juiced here. The fantasy point's not awful. I wouldn't touch Marvin Jones. I wouldn't touch Laporta. I do think Josh Reynolds had 3 receptions, a little sneaky, but I'm probably not touching him.
No, that's still dangerous.
Brock
Wright, there's my boy, dude.
Wright.
2.5 receiving yards. You got to do a catch.
You got to do it. Brock
Dude,
Wright.
honestly, we should do.
It's not even that bad of a line. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's just one catch,
I think he hits that, dude. I'm going to hit that. I'm going to go for it.
Dude, I actually think that line is kind of a good line. I'm not going to lie. I like that.
I'm
not touching kickers or any defensive players. Patty Mahomes, obviously, you want the free pick.
What would you do if you weren't going for that?
I would probably take 2.5 total tutties.
Yeah, I think he scores at least 3 touchdowns as well. I think there's a decent chance he throws a pick, too.
The Lions, if anything, they're going to be good against the run tonight. They're going to struggle against the pass. So I would take that. Pacheco, I don't like any of these lines.
Yeah, I didn't touch anything on him. He
he
scares me a little bit. McKinnon, I took the receive. I think I actually took the rushing receiving, which it looks like it went up since I did it, but
I don't like that one. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's a little dangerous.
Sky Moore to ultimately get 5 receptions is okay, but I don't know. It's just such a crowded receiving room.
I took MBS. What do you think about that one?
That's probably fine. I mean, these are
You
going to
know
be.
he's good for like one catch for like 20 yards or something.
Yeah, he does target him downfield. So
Tony, I'm not even coming close to touching.
if he hadn't been hurt recently, obviously the line would be much different. So we wouldn't even get this. But yeah, with him coming off the injury, I'm more skeptical. Watson James, I'm not touching. Noah Gray, I don't really mind the 3 reception line.
I think I'd honestly be a little bit more interested in the receiving yards total because, like,
Sure.
I could see him just sitting in the zone like Kelsey does for like a 10-yard catch, and then he moves for like 5 or 7 yards, and he gets a couple of those, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, I'm not touching Blake Bell, but that is a nice line. Those type of lines I look for.
Nick Bolton's going to have a game, but I don't really bet on defense.
I kind of like Buck Kicker, but
That's what I said, man.
yeah, you did. But I like not listening to you. But the last time I bet on Harrison Butker to kick 2 field goals was on the Super Bowl, and
Oh yeah, dude, he killed me too. We that was one of our wasn't that one of our parlay bets that
it
we did for?
was. Yeah,
Yeah, him and
he,
Sky Moore.
yeah. Let's not remember those times, but yeah, tonight. I mean, if ultimately I was putting a slip down, I do Mahomes either the free pick, but there's a limit on that.
Yeah, what's the limit?
I don't know exactly, but I'm gonna guess $20.
Yeah.
Imagine taking the lower. I don't think it lets you take the lower on this. Like, but yeah, I would take the 3 total touchdowns for Mahomes. I don't mind the Brock Wright 3 receiving yards.
I think we go in on Brock Wright today.
Yeah. I don't mind Amon Ra at 7 receptions. I really like Monty to score a touchdown. You know, it can be a receiving touchdown as well. I like Jared Goff's line at 1.5 passing touchdowns.
I think I'm gonna craft up a little Betsky here on this too, man.
But you guys have about 30 minutes to do so. Of course, promo code the catch if you guys are new to Underdog. But I think those are some pretty decent lines we went hunting for. So I know Steven really wanted me to do that because he's too indecisive. But
I am. I need groupthink. I'm a groupthink mentality guy.
That's fine. That makes sense. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we've winded down. We got most of our questions in. So we can go ahead and start to wrap up here. But it's week 1. The season off season has flown by. The season is here, right in our faces. So kickoff is at 8:20. Make sure you guys hop on Discord, hop on Instagram, whatever. Let us know during the game how you guys are feeling. If you guys are in the fantasy leagues with us, hop on Sleeper and keep us updated on everything. Hopefully, I think we're going to get a high scoring game. I want a high scoring game. I think the first half could be a little like, the second half, I think we get some points going for sure, though. So I'm excited for tonight, guys. Congrats on a great offseason. Congrats on making it to week 1. We're here, guys. It's the real deal. So be prepared. Have fun tonight. Eat some food. Watch the game. Relax. Don't forget, it's just fantasy. Enjoy the football aspect. Enjoy the game. But we appreciate you guys, man. And yeah, mock drafts are done. Long gone now. They mean
John,
nothing.
As we wind down, I want to ask you 2 questions.
Okay.
Who is a player that is a potential to be the biggest surprise? Like somebody we were not like really mocking. Not even like a sleeper, but just someone that could like really become like just so top of mind for next year. And then who is a dude who is just going to completely fall from graces next year?
Ooh.
Tough, right?
Ooh. I think that Romeo Dobbs could be a staple, like middle round pick next week or next year.
I agree. That's a good one.
I think that Jawan Johnson could be
Okay, all right.
Fall from graces is always hard.
That's a tough one. You don't want to think about it.
No, but ooh, that is tough. I mean, I feel like Adams or Henry could fall off enough. I don't want to say fall from graces, but to where maybe they're not drafted where they were drafted this past year.
I think Devontae Adams is a great candidate for that, man.
I hate that because I love both those guys, but
he's got a chance to really probably take a deep dive. Another dude who I have went crazy about this year, but Calvin Ridley, there's a decent chance he's just like not even drafted next year. Like you never know how that's going to turn out.
I would start Pacheco over Mixon personally, but Mixon's fine. I don't see a high ceiling for either of these guys. So
I would start Mixon there.
Steven likes Mixon a lot.
No, I don't. But I think he's good in this matchup.
You know what? I might go Mixon actually as well. At least he'll get the goal line work. So.
Yeah.
Ooh, CMC falls from graces. Pickens turns into top 2.
That's a good pick right there. George Pickens. I mean,
was actually the other guy I thought of.
Yeah, Pickens.
Other guy, Rashad White.
It's Rashad White. Rashad White. Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, Tajay Spears too. That could be a dude. Dude, he looked all right. I feel like you were tooting his horn in the offseason.
I thought you were just saying that because you took him as
no. I was trying to think about backup running backs that could potentially become relevant. But yeah, I think CMC was actually a name that I was actually thinking about saying because it could be, if he's injured again, it could be a little bit awkward. But he's never going to fall past like round 3.
Yeah,
he's just too good.
All right, guys. Good luck tonight. Hopefully we helped you guys out. And it's going to do it. There's our first Thursday night segment for you guys. Went well. Steven didn't say anything too weird. Good luck to you guys. I mean, it's been a great offseason. We're just pumped for this year to start. We have must-start defenses, must-start kickers, must-start wide receivers, must-start running backs, and streaming options for quarterbacks and tight ends out for you guys. That'll be our regular schedule throughout the season. Tomorrow's video will be my official Underdog pick'ems for the week, which if you guys were sneak peeking at the screen, you probably saw most of them. Other than that, I'm going to figure out a video for Saturday, but I'll be on tomorrow night. I'll actually be on with Pete from After the Review doing fantasy Q&A. And then Saturday night, I'll do my late night fantasy Q&A as well. So if you guys need anything, hit us up. Discord, Instagram, links are down below. Thank you guys. If you're new to the channel, you joined us tonight and you subscribed, welcome to the Catch fam. Everyone, have a great season. We're going to have a ton of fun. We're going to win some fantasy games this year. But like I said, guys, don't forget to enjoy football. Watch the game tonight. Hang out. Eat some food. Don't let the fantasy stuff get too much in the way, but at the same time.
Oh, let it in the way.
Yeah, let it get in the way at the same time. You know what I mean? So, Steven, I'll let you sign off, and then we'll wrap up for the night.
Yeah, man, I can't wait to go full bender mode into fantasy this year and just betting and gambling and, end up just going nuts, dude. I'm excited for this year. I'm excited to have football back in my life. It's so depressing when it goes away. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a blast. And like always, really glad to enjoy it with you, John, and the Catch fam and have this community here getting stronger by the day.
Let's go. One last question. Watson might be out. Do we flex Dotson over Najee? If Watson's out, Dotson. Yeah, not even close. Dotson for sure.
Got to put Dotson in there.
Good way to end the stream with Space Ghost coast to coast. Let's go. All right, guys. We love you guys. Love this community. Love the Catch fam. Good luck. Happy week 1. Lions Chiefs is here. Let's do it. So with that, I'll say thank you guys so much for watching and or listening. And remember, you saw it here on the Catch. And peace.